Well, here we are. This is in the great studio here at Dunn's Broadcasting Corporation. I've just been down to the States, Murrier House, the information office, and I picked up a copy of this. Now, I don't remember if I've seen it before or not, but this purports to be, this is the Public Accounts Committee, the old one, review of e-gov follow-up report. Now, it's an interesting report because it's a devastating criticism of progress to date, and in particular the Chief Executive, Mr. Richardson. And it says, what's interesting is also just the preamble, just to start. Public Accounts Committee, this is what it says at the beginning. Membership and remit. The Public Accounts Committee remit is different to that of other scrutiny panels in that it has a retrospective perspective and holds states officers rather than states members to account for their implementation of policy and procedures. It takes a retrospective look at whether public funds have been applied for the purpose intended by the states and whether sound financial practices have been applied throughout the administration of all states' departments. It reports its findings to the States Assembly. Well, this is a report. This is it. Now, this was prepared by the Constable of St. John, Constable Taylor, Deputy Judith Martin. I think Taylor is now Assistant Minister or something in Chief Minister's Office or something. Deputy Judith Martin, who's now Social Security Minister, of course. Deputy Montford Taddy, who's still got a couple of, I think he's in the Chief Minister's Office as well. And he's also got a couple of duties on scrutiny panels as well. He's on scrutiny as well. Now, the extraordinary thing about this booklet, it's total condemnation of Mr. Richardson and his role in failing to get this e-government thing. They've spent 11 million quid or something on doing it, and if you read it, every page is full of, here, I won't better read it here. I shall try and publish a link if I can, so you can read the report. Here's the sort of stuff all picked out. The former Chief Executive has not provided the PAC with clear evidence of effective communication with or buy-in from staff tasked with implementing e-gov. I mean, there's paragraphs here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs there. Total condemnation of his role. But, of course, in today's JP, what do we see? But, Pravda, it must be true, that Mr. Richardson retired last November, took with him a pension pot of 3,203,000, and he was on a salary of 210 to 215,000 salary whilst he was here. Now, I remember when John Richardson took over as Chief Executive, the previous one disappeared. As we know, he took a huge payoff, a huge sum of money he took to pay off to go, £500,000 in his pocket, off he went. No questions allowed to be asked, no discussion to take place. And Mr. Richardson, mysteriously the next week, he was there, he was sitting there, he was the Chief Executive Officer. So, and I've listened to the scrutiny meetings where he's attended, and I've been wondering, well, what on earth is he doing for his salary all these weeks? And he had, generally speaking, he had very little to say. But the total mystery is, when is he or would he have been called to account? Well, he's had 3 million quid for a pension fund. Where's the account? And the other total mystery with this, which is really amazing me, is this man. You remember this man? I've tried to cut. Now, he was the Assistant Minister with special responsibility for e-gov. He doesn't get a single word mentioned in this report. He's nowhere. But of course, the report starts off by saying it's the civil servants they go for. They're not interested in what the states members have done. So is this man ever going to be culpable? Is he ever going to be answerable for what he's been failing to do? I mean, he's been marching up and down in the half-dip and saying how wonderful he is. And I noticed he's on a couple of scrutiny panels. I noticed he's on Planning Committee now he's on. And I noticed he's on Economic Affairs Scrutiny Panel. Is he still the Assistant Minister with special responsibilities for e-gov? I mean, is he? I've been looking through. This is the state's. This is a product supposedly of his efforts and John Richardson's efforts. This is the state's website. I can't make head and tell you. It's so difficult to find your way around. You can't find a decent list of who's on everything, who's on this, who's on that. You've got to work through them one by one, one by one. It's, for anybody who doesn't know the political system at all, it's a total waste of space. 11 million quid this has cost. to set that up and a few other things. What they have set up is a total mystery. There's references in here what they might have done, what they might have set up, but most of it is things talked about but never done. What have they been doing? But I want to know, John Richardson's gone, and there's talk in this one about the wonderful Charlie that's going to move into his slot, and he's going to do all sorts of wonderful things. Apparently he can juggle plates, he can do everything, Charlie. He's apparently going to take over. He's going to be about as good as the last two chief executives, I should think. Well, this is our conduit of information, is the elected people. This is where we don't speak to Charlie. This is the guy we got to speak to, the guy we elect. Now, is he answerable or not? Will they, as this thing says, somebody's got to be answerable. But this report sets out to say, these guys, the elected guys, are excused. It's the civil servants who are answerable, but they're not answerable, are they? They've gone. They've taken the money and run. So what on earth is going on? Now, I don't know whether these people who did this report, this scrutiny panel report, are going to come back. Constable Taylor, she was a decent sort. Judith Martin. I remember when she was the Minister for Special Responsibility for Children. Look at the mess that's got in. Now she's got Social Security. Montfort Tadier, well, let's hope he's going to do well. They had two lay members, Robert Parker, Michael Robinson. I think they're advertising for two lay members now to help them out on this committee. They want two members, but not any old two members. They don't want anybody. They want people with business experience. I don't know what for. I don't know why they want business experience. It does them no good at all, does it? They can get through. You know, this has been going on. This is the last 4 years. And what have they got at the end of it? A complete disaster. e-gov is a complete disaster. And that's what we've got after 4 years of scrutiny. And that's what we've got after 4 years of implementing the e-gov programme. Complete. I mean, this is how it goes on, isn't it? Who is answerable? Is Charlie going to come and tell us? Is he going to meet the public? Is Charlie going to book the Folly on the Hill, Fort Regent? Is he going to have a public meeting up there to meet the public of Jersey, to tell them what he's going to do? What's he actually going to do? Tell everybody. Let them ask questions. Is he the man? Is he the man? He's the man who's answerable. Is he? He's in here. He's the man who's answerable. Is he going to answer the questions so we can know, like things like this, the waste of money, the waste of time. This goes on, years go on, another 4 years have gone past, and we're still dealing with this awful state's website and all the rest of it. Complete nonsense. Electronic voting, I mean, I'm not a great fan of electronic. Personally, I would rather have an ordinary pencil. Here, look, remember these pencils? Look, remember these? I'd much rather have one of those. But there we are, this is what they're going to wish upon us. We've all got to have these wonderful computers, going to cost us a fortune. But who's answerable? Where's this chap? What's he going to? Is he going to ever be called to account for what he's actually done at the Department of e-gov? I mean, he was getting a salary. I mean, it wasn't a huge salary, but that's what he was paid to do. I tried to phone. I wasn't even allowed to speak to him on the phone when I tried to speak to him. He had a phone, but it wasn't connected. So this is the sort of ridiculous situation that we've got. What on earth is going on? I do wish somebody would tell us.